Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie Tana. I talk about stories of all kinds and what I can learn from them. Today I will be talking a little bit less about what I learned and more just doing a general review, which I don't typically do. And I needed it to be quick, so I don't have my setup and I just have my little bookshelf because I wanted to talk about Brandon Sanderson's latest entry into his secret project books. So, secret project number 3. This will be a non-spoiler video. I just want to talk about this book and give you an idea kind of where it sits on the secret projects without revealing the plot. So, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. It's a beautiful story. A few things to know about it. It does take place in the Cosmere, and it's two POVs who meet through a very surprising, confusing, and Cosmere circumstance. What are we doing, huh? And they have to figure out what is needed of them in this very strange, unfamiliar situation. And they have to sort of get used to each other's cultures during this weird experience. So Yumi and the painter are some wonderful characters. For those of you who don't know, I thought Tress was going to be my favorite, and I still think it kind of is to some degree my favorite of the secret projects and one of my favorite books I've read in a long time. It really just was there for me when I needed it, and my sister expressed the same thing with Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. But this book is like so good, and I think it's most people's favorite. If you're wondering how much of the Cosmere you need to know to read this, not a ton, but some familiarity with Sanderson and with like how Cosmere events happen, that would help. A lot of it is very new to a lot of us, but at the same time, it's like if you have a foundational understanding of the magic of the Cosmere, of investiture, it kind of helps you understand Yumi. Whereas I felt like Tress could be taken as a weird sea-like voyage of a young girl, and if you didn't understand anything anyone else was talking about, or you weren't familiar with certain characters, it didn't matter. But in this, it still doesn't super matter, but it helps, I think, to have some knowledge of the Cosmere. But I loved the Cosmere stuff in Yumi. I thought that it was really interesting, really captivating, and like just like the perfect story mystery woven into things because you are trying to figure out how things work, what's going on, all the while falling in love with these characters and watching them go through somehow a very human experience through very magical means. So if you're looking for some interesting Cosmere stuff, you will definitely get that from this one. And if you're looking for great characters, I would say the same thing. Very interesting characters. The main two are so beautifully written, and their experiences together are wholesome and full of growth and vulnerability in ways that I really appreciated. Along with that, there are some side characters that y'all will find interesting or at least be entertained by. And I just like seeing these friendships and these awkward situations of these very human people who are then given a lot of like weight as individuals. I think this is the kind of story that treats the regular person character very well, gives them a lot of understanding and sort of grace from the author's POV, at the same time being honest about their faults and where they need to grow. I thought that that was a beautiful aspect to the story. I thought the pacing was pretty okay. It wasn't too slow for me. I think Secret Project 2 was slower at the beginning for me. This one, I just wanted to eat up every interaction. I thought that Sanderson handled certain things very respectfully. If you've read it, you probably know what I'm talking about. And without going into further detail, the ending is a Sanderson ending, if there ever was one. And one of my favorites, I think. How things all come together and sort of the message behind the story. And maybe in a few months, if I get into detail, I might ask you guys what you think about the ending and your opinion on how certain things are handled, because I've seen a lot of controversy about it and I find it very interesting. I want to address that. But I love this book. You should give the secret projects a try. I would say heck yeah, but definitely Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, especially if you're Cosmere interested. But if you're not, it will still be interesting and we'll still have a little bit of something kind of new for Sanderson thrown in there. But the relationships are great. I love the characters. I really love the vibe of the worlds these characters live in, especially the sort of neon coloring of Painter's city. And it's just so cool. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. This will just be a quick video to give you an idea about Yumi the Nightmare Painter. In the next few weeks, I'll start making more videos about Wheel of Time Book 12. So please stick around for those, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time with another video.